face.
We also wanted to pay our homage the best way we knew how. We just wanted to share it with everybody. You know, his family, his children, everybody that's been a part of Southern Rush, all the musicians that he influenced.
It's bigger than rap.
Definitely.
I'ma hit it back off the top of minds, never mind where I get it at. Lit, zip tied, living life where it's bringing that. I'ma start singing for the lies, no one's singing that. I'ma start slanging mind, fully pitching that. Feel like a rewind, Nick and die till I split the pack, split the back, split the switch in half. Lit it, I hit it fat in the trap, purple car, stir the car, flip it, yeah. Purple tats, lit collage, get the fawns up. Pics to the road, chasing gold that they want struck. In a Harlem dope, man, I'm fucked up. Sucked up, sniffing off my hoes, reminisce on these sauce crush. I was on the dope, shots on the road, man. Yeah, I came in high like the pot on the stove, man. I'ma spill the game, they gon' flock by the drove, yeah. If you got results, then I got something cold, yeah. Here we are. Shit, I'm almost 40, sipping 40. See you where with that 40, with that Glock. Look at shorty, ass fat like a corgi. Come support me like a lumbar. This is dumb hard in that orgy, yeah. Write a little song since I was a little punk. Listening to Lil Jon. That's the type of shit I'm on. Lil Jon flow, yeah, I'm stealing. Bullet with the drama in the hair, I look Korean. Dick made her cry, this ain't a lie. Cliffs in the sky, fist full of diamonds, drip in my spine. Face will remind us a taste of a lie. Wasting my time, displaced like a leader. Chasing Medina. All the sands on a ghost dance, stance on them. By chance on an apple, on a cat quarter. Having this week of panic, just stacked in that order. Oh no.
Bing bang boom. Murderverse Radio. You raggedy bitch. New Kings of Late Night. Fucking. Yeah. It's a very lonely solo fucking year. Fucking Tantrum's here. He's just out and about fucking doing shit.
He's somewhere.
But,
over there.
Yeah, no, he's here tonight. Fucking Fox couldn't be here. But, yeah, what's the fucking cracking, folks? Welcome to Murderverse Radio. I'm your host, Ryan Watkins. We got a very special guest tonight. To my left-hand side. Who are you, my guy?
It's easy to be nasty. Be nasty in the building. What it do? I'm excited. We made it here.
Yeah. Thanks for fucking coming out.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, fucking, we got a lot of things cracking. Fucking, I'm fucking loving life right now, to be honest. The month of January, I went through so much fucking bullshit as far as just, like, creative-wise, fucking doing battles, setting up this fucking show, doing all the shit. This is, like, the first time I'm actually, like, in the groove and doing all the thing, and it don't feel like it's a whole lot right now. I'm not fucking overburdening myself and whatnot. What's going on, folks? What's up, Pixie? What's up, fucking Mandrew? I guess new Swammy's not fucking happy about tonight's guest. Fucking what's up, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fucking what's good, folks. Yeah, no, fucking.
Yeah,
At any point now, Tantrum's gonna come in here, and I'm gonna have to give him a superstar fucking welcome with the fucking hand clap once again.
You gotta give him a superstar. Nah, I feel you though about like the chill mode. It's like that feeling right after Christmas. You've been trying to get all your money together, get everybody presents, and then everything is done. And you're like, I got a break.
See, and that's the other thing too, is because it's like I'm a delivery driver, so it's like literally now that the holidays are slowing down, just everything is easier on me. Just my fucking regular job's easier, so I can fucking come here and do the shit that I actually like. So that's pretty fucking fire. But
that's great.
let's just fucking get right into it, man. Fucking Tantrum will walk in when he walks in. But you've been a long time staple at fucking Tourette's Without Regrets.
Yes, sir.
You fucking have been. Did you put together 9 quota awards, or is that like you and a collective of people?
I did put together 9 quota awards.
Fuck yeah. And then you've also fucking been battling across the world. You've been doing a lot of fucking things.
Over there.
Just fucking out doing the shit. And you've been hitting like a lot. I've been seeing fucking a lot of festivals throughout like the East Coast and shit like that. Because, you know, very smart man. You fucking go with Tourette's Without Regrets when they do shows, and then you fucking double dip and get your own shows happening at the same time. But I want to start with Tourette's because you've more or less kind of battled everybody.
I pretty much battled everyone. The only person I think I've never battled was the Source. Because right when I got into Tourette's Without Regrets, the Source was just like, he was the top, and then he was pretty much like on his way out, you know, to go do other things. Shout out Pete. That's my
absolutely.
guy.
Absolutely.
We go way back.
Can you remember the first person that you battled against on Tourette's?
The first person I battled was Tig of the Rock. I think Tig of the Rock was from New York. And I came up there rapping just, you know, rippity, rappity, blah, blah, blah. Like I wasn't really attacking. I was rapping well, but I wasn't attacking. But he called me like Dave Chappelle, and everyone just lost their fucking mind. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what this is about. But the way I got into it was I was actually on my way to Mingles to go perform.
Here, speak of the devil.
There he is.
Of course. Hold on, we gotta. What's up, Tantrum? No, I was just
good, everybody.
we're just talking. Fucking, I introduced you know, Be Nasty to folks that aren't aware of fucking who he is. He's starting to get into what brought him into Tourette's. He's pretty much explaining that he battled everybody except the Source. But if you want to jump back right in there, like how was it that you started coming in and whatnot?
Oh yeah, so I was going to Mingles to go for their open night on a Thursday, and Mingles they got shut down after that Too Short video, I believe. So I'm just like walking up the street, I hear all this yelling. It's a Thursday, just like 2nd and Broadway, I think it was, 3rd and Broadway. There's all this yelling on the corner, like ah! I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I walk in, and on stage is the Source and Oroku Saki. And they're going at it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So this was like, what, like December 07? Some shit like that, maybe?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is way back. So I just kept coming. Month after month after month, I was getting creamed. I was getting demolished. And then I got into a good, like, back and forth with this guy. I never beat Tantrum. You know, I never beat Tantrum, but I will always call it, like, a rivalry of that time because we were always in the finals together. And he would just beat me.
Is there any particular lines that you can remember from fucking trading shit with this guy right here? Or just any particular moments?
Some very, very racist shit.
Some very racist shit.
We probably should keep out of the atmosphere for today's climate.
Before you walked in, he was saying he was called Dave Chappelle in one of the battles, and it just like shut the crowd down. Like, and it just fucking.
I'm not sure if I was the one that called you Dave Chappelle.
No, it was Tig of the Rock.
No,
Tig of the Rock.
Oh, it was his first battle.
Yeah, very first battle.
I will say this though, Be Nasty definitely has you've been on a constant ascend because you always kept improving year after year. So like, Be Nasty is in the class after mine in terms of like who's like the main cats right now.
Yeah.
In Tourette's, there's you, there's
Frackavelli.
There's there was this dude Ridiculous for that was what his name was.
And Cameron, right? Or Cam?
And Cam,
was in there.
yeah,
He moved
Cam.
to LA, but yeah, Cam was in there too.
Okay. Yeah.
Ridiculous doesn't really show up anymore, right? Like I
think
don't
he
know what
came,
happened to
like-
that guy.
He came like 6 months ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he came
Okay.
for one time. I remember what happened. I don't know if you remember his group member.
Yeah.
Protocol.
Protocol, yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. Protocol. Like, after all that happened, I think it just really messed with him. But it was good to see him back. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we would get super racist too. Like he would go in with the black jokes, and then I would like clap back, and it just went for days. And me and you too. Like
Yeah, like I could definitely say me and you have had some of the like you're one of the people I've had some of the best back and forths with in Tourette's.
Oh, thank you,
So
sir.
yeah, for
Appreciate
sure.
that.
While we're still on battle rap too, I just want to fucking shout out this good little moment that you had not too long ago when you're voicing against my guy Ohms. Shout out to the boy Ohms if you're fucking watching.
Mr.
He has a battle coming up against Sasquatch Josh, March 14th, right here on Counterproductive, hosted by your boy. But let's get into this right here, because this shit right here, like we'll watch it, because this shit just shut us all down. Like it was just like the timing of it, the way like you delivered it, and that's the other thing I wanted to highlight was the reason why like it's so fascinating. Like through your, I think through your many bouts in Tourette's. That almost sounds like a fucking like a mental thing, like your bouts through Tourette's. But I think you have a level of comfortability and performance that not many of us have. So I think that's why like this moment right here was so great.
Appreciate that.
You can get it in Bermuda. You like a ballerina who worships Buddha. In this arena, you are a loser. Wonder what that feeling's gotta do to you. I'm supreme with a big kahuna. Send hyenas through you. Bring that Smith or that Ruger. Bow, spit your medulla. I'm nice like horny cougars. Precise like new computers. Ignore like a subpoena. We smoke like I'm a hookah. Got a bleed from his crown. Betray like I was Judah. Hands out like Macarena. Arms up like hallelujah.
That was so good. Fucking a curse of boy Tino. Grab his collar.
Grab his fucking collar.
That was the shits, man.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. Shout out Ohms, man.
But has there ever been like a moment throughout, whether it's been Tourette's or like written battles, like where do you feel has been like the most defining moment to where like you've found like, oh, this is how I want to approach things. This is how I'm going to like, because I think all of us find whatever it is, our voice, our rap language, or our character, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's always like certain moments, like where do you feel that really came along for you?
Well, I think it all is like constantly evolving. It's constantly changing in my mind. But I think where it started is like I do acting. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Battle rapping was like another way to get some of that acting out. It seemed like.
Of course.
So I would notice I'd have these big moments when I did some kind of like grand gesture. Like the first one I did was in San Diego. I'm battling a guy, and then we're in like a closed garage space, but I managed to do like this windmill fucking
Oh my
breakdance
God,
move.
yeah.
And so
Do you remember who was that against, and do you remember what timestamp?
Be Nasty versus Ski Stacks.
It's
I
good,
wanna
Big C.
say It's after what up, P?
I almost forgot about that, to be honest, but how could I? Because that shit was so. Because even now, I'm still so amazed at how like well you kept your like tempo,
Yeah.
and just how well you delivered the entire shit while fucking, of course, yeah, like fucking breakdancing. Like how the fuck? Let me try to skip.
Remember the timestamp to that?
Yeah, do you remember
I want to say
timestamp?
like after 4 minutes.
It's like, of course he remembers.
And that wasn't even the first time he did something like that either, right? Didn't you do that at Tourette's too
Breakdance?
during the battle?
No, I never.
Stance. Then I grab him, twist him,
Hold
and
on. I remember this.
But I would do like some crazy shit at Tourette. Oh, I tried to.
When it's me plus 2, you'll end up on the floor. I'll shut your pie hole when 3.14. I've got 3 less than a dozen adolescents with me, all holding Berettas. That's 1950s. First I hit you in the
Right
shoulder.
here.
That'll blow back his hand. Then I hit you in the knee. That'll cripple your stance. Then I grab him, twist him in midair, and body slam. That shit'll look like this nigga is trying to break dance.
How? Like you perform it so well. Like it sounds like you're still just standing there speaking to him. It doesn't sound like you're doing a fucking windmill.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
First I hit you in the shoulder. That'll blow back
I always
his
have to
head.
watch this like multiple
Then I hit
times
you
when
in
I
the
watch
knee.
it.
That'll cripple your stance. Then I grab him, twist him in midair, and body slam. That shit'll look like this nigga is trying to break dance.
See, like moments like that though is like they're kind of necessary sometimes if you really want to, especially like if you're in an environment where you're not necessarily like used to it, so you don't know what they're really gonna latch on to. So you always have to have something in your pocket like that to where it's like, oh, this is gonna get them on my side right here. Like I had to do that in Albuquerque. I mean, obviously I can't fucking do a windmill, but in Albuquerque I just did like a little simple thing where like I had this bar about like you'll hear a couple knocks before it bang, like we'll never be royals, and I like stomped and like did the snap, and because I did that, the crowd was just so into it, like, and it was like perfect. So it's like little moments like that really make or break the way a crowd's like, because once I like, if you watch that battle, they're not really fucking with me, and then when I did that, all of a sudden like everything I said was gold after that moment. Like, so I imagine it was the same, it was a similar thing like right here too, where it was just like, oh yeah, let me just bust out a windmill and then fucking see how y'all are liking me.
Yeah, it definitely grabbed their attention, and I had like 20 minutes before this battle to prep for that, because they flew me out for this one, and then they picked me up from the airport, and we went straight to the battle. I had like 20 minutes to practice, like right outside of there, right, you know, right outside the venue.
Oh my god!
And I was so glad I didn't bust my head on the fucking wall right there.
Right?
Amon, the MC,
or you're gonna fucking kick somebody.
Yeah.
That's even more testament to the fact. More of a testament to your skill in doing this shit.
That's why, like, the moment I seen it, I was just like, this. It's like Zoolander, where like they're breakdance fighting. Like I was like, this fool can breakdance fight just based off of how well he can control his feet and not kick somebody while he does that in like that tight of a space. Like that's wild as fuck. Yeah. And it's just like the most hippity hoppity thing you can possibly do, because it's like this man is breakdancing while rap battling, and there's graffiti on the wall behind him. Like what? That's kind of it right there, right?
It's right there, folks.
It's kind of it.
Yeah, I mean, imagine doing that in like a Scribble Jam type of setting. Like you, like motherfuckers would be, you would have brought the fucking house down with that shit.
I mean, he's still kind of, they were really fucking with him still, regardless of the situation. But you're not wrong though, right?
Yeah, because like in the script, no, I'm just saying, because in the Scribble Jam setting, that especially in that era, that was hella more of that hippity hop shit.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
My god,
because they actually had like, I think b-boy battles in Scribble Jam also. Okay. So yeah,
that's what's up.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's fun.
And
yeah, I did do it in fucking bots.
Tourette.
Yeah, you did. You did
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hey,
did you do that in one of your Filipino battles too?
Yeah, dog. Why are you so physical in your battles? What the fuck? This is supposed to be the fucking competitive sport of the lazy people. Like this is like the bowling.
Nah, man. He's literally the lyrical fucking Zach.
If you're
Zach
a
the Black
professional
Ranger.
bowler, you'd be out here like doing backflips and shit on the lanes. Like we know what to do with that.
That's
shit.
right, man. You all the fucking all the elements in Scribble.
But I mean, those are those moments sometimes. It's like maybe somebody will just see a little clip like that and then like do some research and want to actually watch the whole battle and shit like that. So it's like you kind of fucking bring some probably casuals to the party doing things like that. Shout out to Shots Fired though for fucking putting the boy on.
Oh yeah.
But you've also had battles in the Philippines. Like in the last year, pretty much how far have you gone? Or about last 2 years?
Well, shit. This last year, I had the Philippines. I was in France, Germany, UK. But battling last year, Philippines and UK.
Jesus. What was like, obviously, what's the biggest difference between like all those three places? Like from the Philippines to here and then London to here?
I'll tell you that like battling in the Philippines or battling in the UK, they show dummy love. They show hella love. They're really appreciative of like American artists come through, but then like they're able to sell the battles as like American versus Philippines battle. Of course. And what's crazy about the Philippines is I battled at the same event that Disaster battled Looney at the R2A,
like the same
Road
like
to Araneta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if Dirtbag Dan went out there first or if Disaster went out there first.
I think Dan.
Are you talking about Flip Top?
Yeah.
They're back then.
Yeah.
Went out
Dan
there
went
first.
Okay,
Shout out to boy.
Because
Dan.
actually, Disaster, when he went out there, it wasn't for Flip Top. It was for another Filipino league.
Yeah, R2A. Yeah. Sunagan. Shout out Mike Swift. Mike Swift just painted the tenement Kobe Bryant and his daughter. So shout out to him, man.
Shout out.
Tenement
Dope.
is like a famous basketball spot in the Philippines. But yeah, anyway, I got to do that. It was fucking fire. Battled Negativo. Shout out Negativo.
What what was like some fucking standout shit that you did over there, or like the most like anything like particularly fun that fucking really or just fucking. I also seen you doing just like charitable shit too, like passing out like clothes.
Yeah,
and
passing
shit to the poor.
out shoes and shit.
They're a lot less fortunate than we are out here. So the first time I went to the Philippines, I got to see what was really going on. I battled Negativo. We recorded like 2 albums called Manilafornia, Volume 2 and Volume 3. We're on there with
You were on there like
Ron Henley.
You're on like their MTV, weren't you?
Yeah, on the Philippines MTV.
Wow.
There was I have a video out called I Need More. It was on there. But I went out there with like a group of people. We went out there with Living Legends, Zyme, Poke Shop, DJ Stilo, myself, and we recorded, 2 albums. We had the shows. I did the rap battle. It was fucking fire, man. And then from there, I saw like how they lived. Like they appreciated what we did, but I felt like I never need to take from the Philippines. I feel like I need to give to the Philippines because I feel like we're a lot more blessed.
Yeah.
We have a lot more going on. So the third time I went out there, I brought like a couple suitcases full of like my old kids' clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like they're getting bigger, so I grabbed those clothes. I had some more donations, and just went out in the streets and just gave the clothes out, gave the shoes out. You know what I'm saying? There's kids out there, they're running around, no shoes on, old clothes, tight clothes. It's crazy out there in some parts. There's like whole communities that just thrive off of the trash or like the landfill.
Oh,
There's,
man.
People living in cemeteries.
Like they're looking forward to like dumpster dive.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Fuck.
So I always feel like every time I go out there now, I want to bring something out there for the kids. And if anybody wants to, shoot me clothes so I can take them out there. I just found out I can take 2 50-pound boxes full of stuff out there. So just holler at the kid at Easy to Be Nasty. You know what I'm saying? Yee.
Yeah.
What's up?
Absolutely. And I also wanted to like transition into because like we were saying earlier, you started the 9 Quota Awards. Can you like probably
Yes, sir.
fucking tell the folks like who aren't familiar like what that's all about?
Okay, yeah. So, like, I was born in the city. I was raised in Oakland, and I finished high school out in Antioch. And then I lived in Antioch for some years. I lived in Pittsburgh. I lived in Concord. I lived in Martinez. And then I moved back to Oakland. I've been back in Oakland for like 3 years now. But out there is where I put out my first album. It was like where I first started going to the studio. So that's when we start releasing music through Black Yankees. You know what I'm saying? That's why you might see my Facebook still says Black Yankees. But it was a 2-man group, myself and Eskimo Pie. And fucking I would say all that crazy shit. He'd say a bunch of crazy shit. One day we freestyled and we're like, yo, let's get in the lab. So we put out these albums. But just from there, we didn't get a lot of people booking us. And I was like, fuck that. Let's put together our own shit. So I started throwing my own shows. And I was throwing like 2 shows a month for a couple years and just like booking all the artists that are out there. And then even
There's a lot of folks out there.
Yeah, there is. And I'll bring people from the town and the city too, but really just a lot of talent out there. There was enough talent to run that many shows, but it got tiring. That was back when you had to pass out flyers, put up posters. Like social media wasn't popping as much back then. So I was like, fuck that. I want to do something where I can incorporate everybody, but it's just once a year, and I don't have to be out here passing out flyers and doing all this footwork all the time. So I started the 9 Quota Awards. So there's like 39 categories where there's singers, dancers, rappers, illustrators, painters, fashion designers, barbers, A to Z out there. Anything kind of affecting the hip-hop community is in these awards. There's comedy too. You've done comedy. You've done a cypher out there too.
You're
out there living in
I won best pin to pad battle rapper for I think 20 for 925 because I was living out there, but I forget which year it was. I think it was 2017 or 2018.
Yeah, it was a few years back. when you're out there in Walnut Creek. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you qualified. You don't have to be from the 925, or you don't have to live in the 925.
You can just be an
either
interloper and just come in and get enough votes and just fucking
like Mad
yeah,
Flex.
bitch.
Mad
Yeah,
Flex
he
is
was on
from-
there.
Mad Flex is from Pittsburgh originally.
Because I think it went Joe Powers, me, then Mad Flex.
Mm.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah.
are definitely up there, and Lil G Man and others. But yeah, Mad Flex has won 2 years in a row. So it's been dope. It's at the
Appropriately.
California Theater out there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's a really cool place.
Yeah, it's a nice theater.
It was nice too doing comedy there because like all the other times I was telling you this when you like first came in too when we were setting up like it was like when I'm usually doing comedy I'm still at the very beginning level, you know, I'm just an open micer, so
Yeah.
I'm usually doing my shit to comedians in the crowd that are waiting just to do their sets, so they're not even really either they're not paying attention to me or they're like purposely being like, oh, who's this little motherfucker, you know, kind of shit.
Yeah.
But like for real though, and so like I liked it. For one, I liked it just because it's like you already had like a theater full of people there just to support a bunch of. So it's like a theater of people there, not for me though, or not really expecting comedy. So I was like, it's a cool challenge to not go like, how can I say this right? Like usually when you're doing a set, you're following a comedian. So it was a challenge to be like starting something that's not a comedy show, like getting the crowd engaged and ready for like the rest of the show, but then also just trying to have a good set where I'm not following a comedian or bringing another one up behind me. But it was still cool because like your friend was just digging what I said, so he was kind of riffing off of that, so it was almost like having another comedian follow me, so that was tight. And I really felt like I like fucking like like turned up the fucking vibe a little bit, but also it was a good theater because it was a theater, so I like lights in my face and shit. So it was cool because people have told me before that they like get nervous over that. I like it because I'm like, oh, I don't want to see the people. I want something blinding me so I can just still be like so much in my own shit in my own moment.
Yeah.
But I can still hear things too, to where like if I want to riff off of something like that. And it was tight because I was telling these guys on the last episode of the show, that same set that I did there that had everyone laughing, I did at the Go Go Gone show like a week or two prior, and I got fucking gonged off stage. Where I was like
the old school gong show. Where
yeah,
like,
yeah, no, they fucking gonged me, and it was like weird because it wasn't even the crowd. Because like the thing about this show is you either survive your set, like, but if the people aren't fucking with you, you get like a 3-minute set. If the people aren't fucking with you, they can start just chanting go go. Sure.
Yeah.
They can just be like, go, go, go. And then if the judges feel there's enough people saying it, then they'll just gong you. Or if a judge just like what happened to me, if they just happen to fucking not dig you and they get their fucking panties in a bunch, they'll just fucking gong your ass. So I had that Trump joke that I used at the show. They gonged me for that.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, hey, man, they loved it in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I mean, every audience is different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
But that's why it was an awesome
certain things
experience because it was a group of people that didn't have no stake in the game. Like they were just there to be entertained. So
Yeah.
it was nice to fucking get that experience of like, oh, my jokes do work. I just need to not tell them to other comedians.
Yeah. You know, it's like.
Well, also,
like
you, according to you, it was whoever was in charge of the gong was the one who gonged you, but the people were actually feeling your joke.
The people, I mean, like they weren't like fucking in love with me or nothing, but they were definitely laughing, and I was having a good like kind of like engagement with them because like I said at one of my moments of my jokes, I have a Greta Thunberg joke, and when I was saying it, I said Greta Thornburg, and some like I don't know if she was Swedish or German girl in the crowd was like, it's Thunberg. And I was like, yeah, no, that's what I said. Like, so like the crowd loved it because I was just like, yeah, that's what I said, whatever.
Exactly.
Close enough.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Yeah, and it worked.
And it
was
worked. So fucking, suck a dick, fucking immigrant bitch. No, that's fucking wild.
Wait. So how
That's
did it
wild.
feel to get gonged? Like.
Oh
when
no,
you got
I loved
gonged?
it. I loved it because of what I knew. I knew I was getting gonged because of what I said in like a SJW ass kind of way. Like, no, I don't like that. He said that. He said Trump. He said the bad word.
Oh my goodness.
He said the bad
my
word.
goodness.
Like, it's like I said Voldemort or some shit. You know? So it's like they fucking got me to that. So like when I was walking off stage, I just had a big ass smile on my face. I was like, to me, that's more of a compliment of letting me survive. Because it's like I was seeing what was like working that night. And I'm like, oh, you guys want to see like corny fucking like just safe shit. So whatever. Because it's like I feel fucking if I even bring up shocking shit, it's still in a very like there's a point behind it. I'm not just saying it to say it, and I'm not just like being wild to be wild. But that's beside the whole.
You're profound that way.
Sure.
Nice. I like that.
But this 9 Quota Awards was a great experience to fucking flex that muscle. But then it is also a good experience, like how you were saying too, because like I said. Or you were saying before, I did participate in a cypher a couple years ago, and the show is about what, a 2-3 hour show. So there's
like
a
2 hour, 2.5
there's a
hour show.
lot of opportunities for the local artists to get in there because it's like you do like 2-3 awards, pass out, and then like there's an act that comes on, and then, like if you really wanted to double dip and try to get some exposure, I'm probably sure you're okay with somebody like presenting an award.
Oh yeah,
you'd
of
be
course.
like. You know, like that would be my move is like show up, kill a fucking set, and then like 2-3 awards later be like, oh, what's up again? You like that shit? Fucking, all right, we got fucking, you know, like shit like that.
It's all about like everybody kind of plugging themselves. Like I do the awards, but I don't do it to shine light on myself. I actually try to keep myself very much removed from it. Like it has its own brand. It doesn't mean it needs to be associated with Be Nasty. Because eventually I want to do multiple award shows in different places. I want this show to operate by itself individually there, and then maybe start one in like Texas, maybe start one in the Philippines, maybe start one in Kansas, you know what I'm saying? And have all these different award shows, have my template, and you know, boom. But it's not about me. It's about like
because it's like
appreciation for other artists that aren't getting that shine.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
But it's like a festival in a way, but then at the same time showing love to just local businesses. Because it's like you do a show and then you have a few awards that highlight, you know, local salons and local barbershops and local like just anything that wants to be like participate and try to like get folks to rally behind them and you know. Fucking community and all that shit. That's how the fucking makes the world go around and all that noise.
And then we all
so it's pretty nice.
And then we all enjoy some breast milk together.
Breast milk.
It's all great.
Is it Cambodian though?
That Cambodian breast milk.
It has to be the right brand.
I want you to go to the Bronx.
100%.
I want you to get some breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant.
I want you to take a picture with a midget
holding the
these
balloons.
That's my shit.
Oh my
Shout out
god.
Dave Chappelle.
Also
shout out
though,
to Dave Chappelle,
fucking
sure.
oh my dude, I can't believe like how much of that show still just is great. Like even all this time later.
Oh,
but also since before we fucking jump off of it, since we're talking about you a lot, why Be Nasty? Because I feel like you're actually a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, you know, people are like, you know what, your name should be nice.
Yeah, like it's easy to be nice.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story. This is a great question, by the way. I'm trying to speed through it. So anyway, I used to work at this.
No, you can take your time. We got time.
I used to work at this camp when I was like 18. It was like a scouting camp. You know what I'm saying? We were like camp counselors. You know what I'm saying? And so on the weekends, they would give us our little shitty check, and we'd leave the camp, and we'd go into town, and we'd rent out like 5 hotel rooms. And then, so I'm the young one. Everybody else is, 26, 27, whatever. I don't know why the fuck they were working there anyway at that age. But anyway, shout out. They're still the homies. But anyway, so we got like 5 hotel rooms, and we're all partying in like the last 2. And so I'm drunk as fuck. I saunter down to the fucking first hotel room, hop in the shower. I'm just fucking showering and shit, just chilling, just drunk. And then I hear the door open, right? And then I'm like, all right, whatever. Somebody finna do their thing. But I didn't hear no water running. I didn't hear no piss. I didn't hear no shit. I'm just like, wait, didn't somebody walk in here? So I kind of like peel the curtain back, you know what I'm saying? Like stuck my head out. And it's this girl standing against the wall. And I'm like, what's up? And she's like, let me see it.
It's like Porky's.
What the fuck?
So you guys know that Homer Simpson meme where he's like backing into the bush? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's like what I did back into the shower. I'm just like, all right, I don't know what this bitch is talking about. and then boom, she slaps the curtain open. She looks down. She goes,
What the fuck?
runs out of the hotel room, do, slams the door, right? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Right? So I fucking put my clothes back on, finish my shower, right? I forget all about it. I walk back into the last hotel room, open the door. They're like, what the fuck happened, man? Because, you know, we're up in the country and shit. So they're like, what the fuck happened, man? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, Tara busted the door and said, I saw the Black Nasty.
What the fuck?
And fucking slammed the door. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then so we get back to the camp. And there's like flag ceremony and shit, right? For these kids. And everybody, when it's time to introduce me, because I would teach like rock climbing and fucking, you know, wood carving shit like that. They'd be like, BLACK nasty.
What the fuck?
Like, yeah,
Wow.
right? So just like every time now. So I was like, all right, my name is just Black Nasty. So then I got fucking back in town, recorded the album, and it was like, well, what's your name? I was like,
Black Nasty.
it's not Black Nasty. I think I'm just going to be nasty. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like evolved into it's easy to be nasty. You feel me?
How about
got
that?
the merch right here. You know what I mean?
Hashtag it's easy to be nasty.
Hashtag your mama's tits are.
But it is
That's
somewhat of
crazy.
a contradiction. You are one of the more nicer people I've met throughout this shit. So
Thank you, man. I
It
appreciate
is
that.
it's always fucking it's fucking funny when I fucking think about
I'm
it.
kind of wishing I knew that backstory back in the Tourette's days.
Uh,
Probably could have exploited something out of it now.
Before we fucking jump off battle rap, there's two things I want to fucking get your opinion about. Number one, right here, we got this card coming up March 14th. Like we were saying earlier, right here on this channel, live and free. Sasquatch Josh versus Ohms. You faced Ohms before.
That's my
Fucking
guy.
Linus versus Conflict. Fucking both kind of a little bit newer comers. Black Cloud MC versus Luxury Fee. Both kind of newer comers, but coming up the ranks. And then Zook versus L Dog. Do you have any predictions or just like anything you're really looking forward to any of this?
Well, I think.
And once again, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I want to just reiterate to all the folks out there that we're going to be throwing 4 different events throughout the year. Each event, you guys are going to have the opportunity to vote on who is the performance of the night. Each performance of the night winner are going to go into a 4-man tournament for this bad boy right here. So that being said,
Nice.
is there anything you're looking forward to this particular card?
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing my man Linus and Conflict. That's a good one. Black Cloud MC. He was at Tourette's.
He's been making the ratings over there too.
Yeah. He's been
I
kicking
fucks
people
with
in the
that.
dick, like straight up, like straight in the. But anyway, what the fuck, dog? So I think Ohms is gonna edge Sasquatch Josh, but I still fuck with Sasquatch Josh. Linus and Conflict is gonna be interesting because I think Conflict. He brings his punches in a different way, and
Absolutely,
and
he's very
Linus
creative.
Also attacks, you know, like they're almost the opposite. I feel.
I do like Linus versus Conflict because it's very much like they're both very great riders, but also it's like Linus is a little more punch heavy, a lot of energy, whereas Conflict like is not afraid to like take his time to really like craft out something that he really wants to bring to the table. So it like. Both are gonna have to like kind of meet to each other just a little bit to like, and I think they will. And I think that one's gonna be a really great battle. I think they're all gonna be really great battles, but I really like that one especially too.
Yeah, I think L Dog might edge it over Zook, you know, but Zook
Really?
might come through and come from behind and fucking.
I mean,
don't know.
Zook definitely has experiences with dogs by this point. He's coming off of a win over Vin Dog.
Well, okay.
But he even admitted, I saw the boy yesterday because we were planning something for him right here on this channel. I can't really go into the details of that yet, but it's pretty exciting. But he was saying that he doesn't really feel like he really did what he had to do versus Black Cloud MC. The same, like he feels very confident in what he did versus Vin Dog, but not so much against Black Cloud. But I was telling him like, you guys very much both did your thing, and that's not like, you know, how most battle rappers say you did your thing, which is like code for you lost.
Yeah,
It's more so about like,
Hey, you did your thing, bro.
You did your thing as far as like in this, a lot of the times you just have to live up to most what is your like fucking persona or like who are you, what you really want to get across and say, and like both very much did that. So it's gonna just come down to who are you feeling a little bit more as far as like style wise.
Yeah.
But like yeah, no, I'm looking forward to all that, and I like, you know, not to just fucking toot my own horn here, but I like this opportunity for the fans to decide who's going to be going into this tournament, because it really, even though each one of these guys are facing each other, there's a lot, you can really make the argument that they're all going against each other in many ways, because it's going to be performance of the night. So it's like, I feel that adds an extra incentive to fucking really try to shine and showcase fucking what it is. Because, you know, I don't know, you know, I've been trying to reiterate this for the past couple episodes. Like, this is very much a reboot in many sense this year to bots, as far as like just trying to bring it back more to the locals, bring it back more to the developing talent, put on more folks that are, you know, just starting with us, but also maybe folks that have been with us that haven't really gotten the shine or the push, haven't really been able to get their story out there as far as like their battle, you know, trajectory. And I feel what we're about to do in these upcoming months are going to really help try to, you know, change that up a little bit and mix things up and put people into the title contention that you didn't previously think of before. Because I think the fans in a lot of ways too, not like to try to fucking shit on you guys or anything, I think you maybe not necessarily have really fully caught up to like who are kind of the new players out here are.
Who do you think you are?
But also, like how we were saying too, this belt was never something about like you go become a very established name and then come for this belt. This is more so of like you come up through the ranks, get this belt, and then after that means to like the battle world, like, hey, fucking put this guy on, you know, King of the Dot or URL or iBattle, or
you deserve,
you know, like you like they're ready for the bigger plates now. Like that's what we want the idea of a champion to be. And also I think it's a good idea. I don't think we've really necessarily like officially like stated this as a thing, but I like the idea of having the champ have to kind of give up the belt after a year. I think this should be more of a thing about crowning the champion overall of a year rather than trying to really set up kind of a definitive reign, because nobody really wants to get the belt and have to battle a bunch of people you don't want to battle.
Yeah.
And I don't think that really makes any exciting, like it doesn't get people really interested in what the belt could be. And I think there should be a kind of a thing as far as like we set up like kind of how we're doing this tournament this year. This should be a long-term payout. Like you get this at the end of the year. This, like when we put this on you, this means you did the fucking absolute best fucking work of that year.
You did your
and
shit.
Going forward, if you really want this again, you have to fucking put this up on the line again and redo it all again, like Mortal Kombat and shit.
I was just
like,
thinking that Mortal Kombat shit.
You know, in Mortal Kombat, you win a tower, and then what happens? You turn on the game, and you have to fucking play that tower again. You know, so like that's how I think like it should really fucking be. So, you know, we're trying to add incentives. We're trying to switch it up a little bit. Fucking, you know, Battle Rap Boutique saying that belt is a hot potato. Fuck, in many ways right now, you're not wrong.
Pretty much.
You're not wrong. But we're trying to fucking really try to switch up what it means to be a bots champion and like who really qualifies. And I think many people qualify that you guys wouldn't really suggest or really think of. Like, and we're trying to do that
and talk about it.
Yeah, and we're trying, like I said, we're trying to bring in a lot of more fresh, younger fucking people, younger talent, just newer faces. There's a lot of people that are trying to come through, whether it be, you know, I say tryouts, but apparently, like I've been saying, people have the problem with the word tryouts. But, you know, we're having more locals wanting to debut with us and try to fucking hone their skills and develop. We got, you know, we're throwing cards like this to try to really fucking, you know, put everybody's nose to the grindstone out here and see what we can fucking get towards the end of this year. Because I really want December 2020, people are like, who the fuck is about to be the champ? You know, and like they're fucking like they're ready for that shit because they've been following the shit, you know. And
the people want to know who's it going to be,
and it's up to them.
Darn it,
it's up to them. It's up to them as far, you know. It's up to you guys as far as who enters the tournament.
It's up to you and your
who
mama.
Fucking wins while they're there, and who becomes the fucking champ of 2020. So we're gonna see how this shit goes on, and we have a very fucking. Between this card, I'm setting up another card very soon. We already have a great list of talent, but there's people that are hitting me up for an opportunity at this belt that you really wouldn't expect. And they are local. I'm not saying, because, again, we're trying to stress that, too, because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for someone to come and, like, that's the thing. We don't really want a defending champion anyway, but it also doesn't make a whole lot of sense to come out and battle for this belt, like, and you have to fly out every time.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Because it's like, if you're flying out to here, theoretically, we'll already hold you in a high enough regard that you're kind of beyond this. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
again, this should be a sign of, like, when you're pitching yourself to King of the Dot or URL or who have you. I mean, maybe they might think it's a fucking crock of shit, but who cares? You can still say that. Like, hey, I came up through the ranks this year. Fucking bots even fucking slapped a championship belt on me. I'm fucking ready to take on some fucking dogs. What do you got for me type of shit, you know? Like, that's how that shit should work. Not fucking, I mean, don't get me wrong. Very appreciative to Matt Flex for what he's done to the belt. I mean, this motherfucker has pictures of this belt next to the UK, the United Kingdom battle rap belt. Like, he added a level of prestige to this belt that many of us could never even do. So it's like, there's nothing wrong. I'm not knocking out in any way whatsoever, but this should be more about fucking the upstarts, and this should be more of an incentive for, you know, people trying to come into this shit to really try to have a fucking thing to fight for, really.
Yeah.
Well, now it is.
That was such a long-ass winded rant, but fucking, yeah.
Do it now. It is because because you know, before it was like the champ has to have the belt and defend the title, but now like you said, like we're starting 2020 with a reboot or soft reboot, so to speak, and you know the belt now stands for something different. The belt stands for what you've done rather than like what you could do. I mean, it does, like, it is a symbolic what you could do, but it's more so of what you did throughout a year, and then we slap the belt on you because of what you did.
It's a good way to reinvent it.
Yeah, like exactly. That. And it's like I said, fucking hopefully going forward, too, it's like, oh, you want to fucking try to be a champ again? Well, you have to put that title up, and you have to fucking go against some hitters again. Or, you know, we can try to just fucking politic for you towards the upper stages, and you fucking move on. Because this league is always meant to been like a feeder league. And a fucking, you know, you build your skills up here and you go onward. Some of us are just kind of fucking stuck around because fuck, it's fun. It's fun, and why not? But some other people have come through here that have definitely fucking deserved to be fucking on the greater pastures and shit like that. So there's many people, like when I did the Facebook poll, like people that were voted on, that's just like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Like there's people that have come out here and did a lot of good work for us, but it's just like, if you're not really like a drive's distance away, it doesn't really make sense for you to be a fucking Bay Area champion. True. Like like I said, like you're already kind of a step above that if you're being flown in here to battle. Because even then, we're trying to reserve that for like the really big events now, and then, like we're trying to limit that too. And even then, I keep saying that. But when we when we bring someone in, it should be beneficial for both parties. It shouldn't be like, oh, we're flying into Source to fucking go against JD to Volcom to try to build up JD to Volcom's thing. You know, like that shit never works. And it's like, it does nothing for the bigger name. And it's like, for me, if I'm bringing in a bigger name, this should be like a testament for them on how good their work ethic is. And I'm hearing through the grapevine of what they're doing elsewhere. And this could elevate them to have good film footage filmed here in front of a fucking hyped crowd. So, yeah, it should be beneficial for both parties. It shouldn't be like some big names coming out here to try to shine on someone else. And it's like, we're not really in the fucking interest of doing that. Do it. So, yeah, fucking a lot of fucking things going up. Fucking also fucking battle rap related. I was telling this man about how fucking much Daniel Blackton gassed in the return that he came back versus Double O. I wanted to fucking play a little bit of this shit really fast.
Rap assassin or 2 minutes, whatever. I ain't even
the boy was gassing.
I said they got Blackton versus Double O.
Yeah.
This that untapped potential versus stuttered growth. What a fucking joke. This Double O guy ain't getting me. They couldn't find you a match, so they ain't hit my jack. Now you can die here with dignity. I'm in another bag. He washed up. Another rag. He don't want this smoke. I'm another drag. I pull up, French toast colored jag, and bam. I fired a shot at the Simpson. Now fuck that. I'm letting off a couple mags. See, I took a year off of this battle shit and dropped a bag on the album disc. I'm solidified. So if he lacked the concentration, I'm the Auschwitz. There ain't no way to counter this. I'm OG in a tarot with 1,000 fists. See, whether in the ring or on the stage, the crowd will get expressions like they bout the shit. I give no fucks. The crowd will get expressions like they bout the shit. I give no fucks. I'm in your house with kicks. I'm searching through your fridge. I'm in your house with kicks. I'm searching through his fridge looking for drinks that I'm about to sip so I can take a leak. I leave the seat down so it's drowned in piss. Wipe it off with the paper you wrote them rounds on, cause they already shit. He already pissed, cause I was fucking on his new girl. He tried to flex, caught the left, and before he hit the ground he did 2 twirls, and that's the shit that happens when Blackton sees your life like Juice WRLD, but fuck. Your girls say you a jizz mopper at a pawn shop. Chosen for you out this hammer, it's a Thor shot. Your pockets loose, bummy, looking like a horse twat. Now you looking here standing bitter like divorce thoughts. Round 1.
Wow.
Make some fucking noise for Dan.
Dog.
That's facts. Fuck off.
Whose
the rap
mans is
assassin
this?
always guessing. That's facts.
Like, whose man's is it anyway?
Whose man? Exactly.
No Disney Plus, but whose man's though?
Exactly.
Yeah, that fool is
Fire.
fucking gassing. We're trying to get him into the fucking tournament conversation too, as well, because like I think, as far as I know, both Daniel Blackton and fucking Sasquatch Joss are back into the fold of battle rap. When that's
good.
fucking pretty tight, because they're pretty much the fucking Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk of this fucking battle rap shit. And fucking just like that, that's how I segue into some wrestling shit real quick, because I want to shout out the boys, UGWA, Underground Wrestling fucking Alliance out of San Jose, California. They had a very successful event in January. I want to play a little bit of the death match here really quick just to shock our guests. Poor Tara's probably going to fucking... that's your name, right? I think. Yeah. See, good for me.
Hey, shouts to Pixie.
She's probably gonna be fucking mortified here, really quick. Shout out to Pixie. Shout out to all
just
your
became
guys.
an MVR patron today. Shouts to you.
But once again, I want to show a little bit of love to fucking Underground Wrestling Alliance. You can follow them on YouTube at Hell UGWA, fucking UGWA. They got another event coming up coming up really soon and. This month, I forget which date. I think it's next Sunday.
Yo, it's about to go down.
This is a death match.
Main event violence.
Between
It is time for your main event
Matt
of the
Justice
evening.
and Mud, I think. This shit's wild.
Accompanied by the Uncultured Swine. He is one half of the UGWA Tag Team Champions. He is Mud.
We'll play like the first couple of minutes. We ain't gonna watch the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole thing, make sure you go to YouTube, Hell UGWA. These motherfuckers are wild, though.
Yeah, this reminds me of Hood Slam.
So it's Hood Slam, but just the heavy metal version. I mean, Hood Slam's already heavy metal, but it's like, this is wild. Like, this is deathmatch shit.
So Pixie said you can only hear no video.
This is the first time that Mud will be tested solo. And it's
Thanks,
in a
Pixie.
deathmatch.
I forgot, y'all. It's perfect anyways. It was just an intro.
Shout out Hood Slam too, Stoner Brothers. My God.
So like a lot of the Hood Slam people do wrestle for here too, because this is San Jose, so it's not that far away.
Yeah, right there.
Matt
But
motherfucking
yeah,
Justice!
fucking these fools, they get it though. They cut each other and shit. They do all kinds of stupid wild ass shit. They started in a backyard for years. Like for first 2-3 years, they were just in a backyard.
Coming to us today from Cleveland, Ohio, Matthew Justice!
Blow your fucking face off. Yeah.
acting out the mats already.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking run around with the belt. Interim champions.
Make somebody swear thick.
Anybody that wears this belt right now is the interim champion of bots.
Avo in his bitch.
What's up, Avo? If it's not Avo, just what's up, Clayton, or the other guy? I can't remember his fucking name because I'm an asshole. But what's up, Ruin Your Day? Watching a little bit of deathmatch wrestling just to fucking terrify you folks. He's already coming into the ring.
Rings are extra exorbitant.
Already to come into the ring with a fucking barbed wire. What's that? Crutch?
Crutches.
You know it's bad. A barbed wire crutch. That's the most fucking oxymoron weapon I've ever seen in my life. It's not helpful at all.
It's so like good time at all.
They do it all, man. They put, like, I've seen people put through a table like from me to tantrum length, like just fucking.
What happens if somebody hits you in the dick with that thing? What do you do?
You better pay attention,
What do
dog.
you fucking do? That's spitting in my legs.
You better pay attention. This crowd is just nothing but like juggalos and shit. Like ain't nobody in this motherfucker calling the cops. If you get hit with barbed wire, you're just fucked.
I believe this is Mud's first deathmatch experience. You might want to pay attention to the man across the ring from you.
Let's go. I want to see some motherfuckers hit each other with shit.
Matthew Justice, 8'7", when he's listening to heavy metal. 9'11", when he's drunk and listening to heavy metal. Matthew Justice about to whip some fucking ass because Mud, as big as he is, Mud's never been in a match like this. Hey, you want to fucking wrestle? Let's fucking wrestle!
That fucking wrestle didn't kick him in the dick already.
Let's fucking wrestle.
Fucking
wrestle.
Here. Matthew Justice ready to just start fucking wailing on people, I feel like.
There's just a long piece of glass just fucking leaned up against the turnbuckle.
Loves to celebrate with the people. Matthew Justice has homies everywhere.
What the hell is he over there doing? Getting there, body slamming.
Locking up.
That's what's up, Pixie.
Yeah, thanks, Pixie.
Bud prides himself on his wrestling abilities.
Here we go.
Damn.
His mama felt that.
Wrestling is very homoerotic, Aziz. This is. You're not wrong.
We got the other members of Uncultured.
It's very
Swine
questionable as
ringside.
fuck.
The vibrating guy with the mullet and the fat bald one.
Shot. Bam. Made him think about
Wait
that.
until they fucking cut each other. When they cut each other, it goes from homoerotic to emo-erotic.
Justice hits that corner hard and Mud follows in.
I was expecting them to cut each other by now.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, where's the barbed wire crutch?
Hey,
I'm wait-
referee, you don't
we're
have
just
to do
gonna-
much more besides babysit the glass and count threes.
We gonna spoiler alert
So
some
referee,
shit
what
real
that
quick.
means literally is go stand next to the fucking glass and hold
What
it.
up, P?
Referee's like, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
no
stop
sell
by,
what you
Pixie.
say.
We're gonna skip ahead a little bit. I want to show you all the fucking just madness of fucking Ugly real fast.
There's no rules in this. They're taking advantage of this referee having no
Hey, be
control
careful with
of this
that, man.
matchup. There's nothing they can do about it.
This is a death match, Ryan. Where's the fucking blood?
It's all over the face of Mud, don't you see?
Well, it's about goddamn time.
That's why these guys jumped in.
There's one thing I know these
Oh, did
fans
they
said
break
was
the
they
fucking
wanted
glass
fucking
already?
blood.
Yeah.
Well, this is highlights, folks. Wait. I see a table over here.
Mud is injury bound.
as fuck.
Fucking hand.
He's playing fucking air guitar on the fucking. Dude. This is what I was talking about.
He's not kidding. He literally means throw me the fucking chair.
Too late. The moment passed.
Toxic waltz. Matthew Justice just got up on his feet. Oh! He didn't act so obsolete.
But yeah, shout out to boys like we all get the fucking idea. I don't want to play too much fucking blood all over the fucking place for y'all. But shout out to Ugwood. They got a show coming up next week. Fucking follow them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, of course. They put matches up once in a while. What else we got fucking on the table?
Fucking, I'm gonna be in The Matrix Part 4.
Really?
I'm filming.
You serious?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
I'm filming February.
Holy shit.
14th, 15th, 16th, and 27th. You feel me? I got a
Damn.
core role finally. You might have seen your boy in 13 Reasons Why or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, I saw fucking you post about that.
Yeah. So that shit, I'm looking forward to that.
That's crazy
I wanna meet
because
Trinity, bro.
Jesus.
Because like not too long ago, I did see an article about them posting that they were casting for extras in the Bay in San Francisco for Matrix 4.
Yeah, and they,
I didn't know I would actually know somebody that would actually get cast.
And every time Keanu Reeves go out to get some fucking ice cream somewhere, they put it in the fucking news.
Right? Yeah.
That's not even a joke. They like literally every time he goes out and gets ice cream, which apparently he loves just to go get ice cream by himself a bunch.
Yeah, that shit is nuts, bro.
So like, how did that come about? Like, did you just audition? Are you an extra or are you playing some kind of role?
So I'm in a casting agency. I've done extra work, but this is my first core role. So they like sent me all the acting shit now, all the language, all the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's core role? What does that mean?
So like, if I don't show up to one of the days of shooting, it'll mess up the shot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I'm a part of a core swarm thing. I don't know. But actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Whatever.
Okay, you spoiled something.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And so
does that mean you actually get a line in the movie?
I don't know, bro. They're hella top secret. They don't even call it Matrix right now. They call it
Right.
Project Ice Cream.
Right? Yeah. I heard about
they're like
that.
trolling that. When he was out in Alameda.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny as fuck. See, I told y'all.
I do remember that. I remember seeing.
So I heard about it and I was like, oh, I wish I was in a movie. And then I got an email like a week later. And I was like,
yeah, boys.
Is that
bang.
And like how big was the role that you played in 13? Was that 13 Reasons Why?
It was very small. I got to walk by like Justin, I think his name was, but it was my first one, and they put me on a really nice shot. So I got lucky, actually. But because I've done it like 3 or 4 times, I think they finally gave me a core thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just elevates from there.
Fuck yeah.
Elevates from there, meaning what? Like,
I think you just get like more relevant roles. Like once they see you're responsible on one kind of role, then they'll book you for a role that takes a little bit more attention, and then maybe they'll book you for something that takes a lot more attention. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have like what's your goal with that? Are you trying to actually like be in movies or what, or shows?
It's never been my goal to be like hella famous, just ridiculously famous. I can't take a shit nowhere famous.
Yeah.
But I've always liked to act. I've always done comedic shit. You might see it in my music videos. You might see it in my battles. You might see it in whatever. I mean, you've seen it.
Yeah.
You know,
you're definitely an
it's just
all-around
what I like to
performer.
do. Yeah. So it's something I guess that naturally happens and that I naturally enjoy, and they fuck with it, so I fuck with it.
Fuck yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely dope.
Well, shit. You have any more to add?
Anything else you want to plug?
Anything you want to plug? Anything
Follow
coming
me
up?
at 9quota at Easy to Be Nasty.
Absolutely.
Cop some merch for your girl. Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Yeah, no, fuck. Thanks for coming on,
We appreciate
man.
you coming on, man.
Tourette's without regrets forever.
Yeah, no, fuck
Shout out Jamie.
Shout out Jamie.
If you're local, fucking Tourette's without regrets every first Thursday of the month.
Uncle Metro. It's still going down. The show's been going on for 20 years.
Yeah, man.
Yep. That's what we all got.
I know. I was about to look up real quick too. I want to shout out the boy, fucking Dom Fisher. I keep meaning to shout him out, but I haven't because I'm fucking.
You're an asshole.
Smoke too much fucking allegedlys, and I forget things, but the boy Dom Fisher of Dirtbag Dan Show fame, if you fucking know the boy, he has a show. It's our cousin show called Headlocks and Hangovers. I'm trying to look this shit up on Facebook real quick. It's a fucking, I believe they go live on Facebook. I don't think they do the YouTubes. Yeah, it's a wrestling podcast.
There he goes.
Here we
Wait,
go.
What? Headlocks and hangovers?
Headlocks and Hangovers. The boy Dom's just doing the most right now, too. This boy just got a fucking dollar bill stapled into his head by a drag queen. He fucking had Casanova Frankenstein, I think. Casanova Valentine? One of the, I forget the name. Sorry, I'm fucking that up. But, we gotta close out fucking some things. Close out some things.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Displayed Labors. They perform at Tourette's too. They're like staple stuff to your head, your chest. You know?
But make sure you go check out the boys. It's our cousin show. Fucking Headlocks and Hangovers, pro wrestling podcast. They fucking cover, pretty much whatever they want. Fucking Raw, SmackDown, all the normal shit. But they also, I fucks with Dom because obviously he's just a fucking tight ass cat. But much like how I'm trying to cover the Hood Slam and the UGWA here on the West Coast, he covers Unsanctioned Pro, fucking GCW, a couple other shows out in the East. So it's like you fuck with us for the fucking West Coast fucking wrestling shit and battle rap, and then go fuck with the boy Dom Fisher and his boy Kyle Kraft, Headlocks and Hangovers, and the Underwaiter.
Do it.
Yeah, go do that shit.
Do it fucking now. Come on.
Follow the boys.
That's
fucking
on point right there.
Yeah, we all on the internet. We all fucking need the love. Spread that shit around. Let people know about us if you like us or not. If you don't like us, well, fucking tell us that too, because that still helps actually. Engagement matters.
Tell your mother and your brother and your sister.
Yeah.
Right now, and subscribe and comment below.
You think about doing voices and shit, man?
I don't know. Maybe when I'm on the toilet.
Yeah, no, I'm seriously. Like, have you ever thought about doing voice work along with your extras
I
stuff?
would fuck with the voiceovers. I mean, I've never really done it, but yeah.
Because the agency that you work with that gets you cast in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Would they also try to get you voice work?
I don't know.
Or are they able to do that? I mean,
I think it has to like be on my profile or something like that. I'll check that out though. That's a good idea.
I think you would.
I think
that'd be something you could excel at.
I gotta crawl a little further.
Yeah, I think you would definitely be like a good some kind of villain in Dora the Explorer or some shit or
Part
something.
3.
Something, man.
Dora,
yeah.
like when she goes to Australia.
Yeah, when she goes to Australia or some shit.
Hey, Jordan,
and people wouldn't know that you someone like you would have done that voice. That would be like the most wild shit.
It's true.
Because
Fuck yeah. Well, shit.
No lies detected.
Yes,
I think that's it, boys. I think we fucking did the thing.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
You got anything you want to go out on, Tantrum?
Oh yeah, man. Just like he said, man. Shouts to Tourette's.
Absolutely.
Shouts to Jamie DeWolf.
Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Asher.
Every first Thursday of every month.
I want to try to get both of them in here at some point too.
I think we should, and because like also
Put it in the universe.
The next
gonna
month,
make it happen.
In March, I think for the March Tourette's, me and Pariah will be performing
what?
At Tourette's.
That's fucking dope.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, we'll be doing a couple of songs.
First
you know
Thursday in March, next month.
For those of y'all that don't know, me and Pariah dropped the album
that they did.
Late last year, and yeah, man, this is just one of the few shows that we've done to campaign for it, and yeah, man, we'll be up on stage, just killing shit with the rapidy raps.
Yeah.
Giving you these lyrical miracles and fucking, all that bullshit.
Yeah, shit. You heard them, folks. Fucking first Thursday of March. Tantrum and Pariah.
Come fuck with us.
Performing at Tourette's. And then also, Tourette's is also a fucking just great show in general. So you got a whole bunch of fucking shit for only $20 right there.
We gonna try to have some merch for y'all, too.
What?
Oh, what's this?
Wait. You gotta take the sweater off.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
You gotta show the camera, bro.
He's showing. He wearing the colors and they ain't running.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Is that the new? How new is that?
Bro. These just got printed. We just got.
I need one of them.
Last Thursday.
Yeah, I need
last
one
Thursday?
of them.
Joint, man.
I gotta get.
I need one of them.
Part 2. Tourette's without regrets.
Because I have a Tourette shirt.
Forever.
I have a Tourette shirt, but it was back in
You had
2000.
the first one. Yeah.
I had like the first prototype.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the,
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
shit
know
was
they had a
nice.
second one, man.
I
That
have
shit look
one
nice.
that has like everything stained on it, but I still fucking have it. It's part of history.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's been very it's been dope to see your evolution
Absolutely.
through Tourette's.
Thank you, man.
And just in that scene in that era, you know, when you were coming up, and that was back when I was like, you know, like winning consistently and shit like that, and like you were one of the up and comers, you were one of the newer cats that was coming in and like showing promise, and obviously like we had our difference in approaches to our battles and stuff, right? Because I was more like punchline heavy or whatever. But you definitely incorporated a lot more on the performance side also.
Yeah.
And just the way that you fucking deliver your shit in like you had a way of making the crowd gravitate toward your performance, and you were able to get a lot of victories on people for that. Like for people that try to be more technical than you, and people that try to you know, try to take that more conventional approach of I'm going to try to spit more punchlines, but then B Nasty had this way of performing his shit to where like I mean, like you had your punches too, but it's like you didn't have to be as technical, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of did your own thing and kind of like incorporated a lot more on the pyrotechnics, so to speak, you know what I mean? Like kind of more on the performance side, as evidenced by what we've seen in the, you know, when you did the breakdancing shit in some of these battles. I mean, it went beyond just that, like just the way that you deliver shit sometimes. Like sometimes the shit that you say, like it doesn't even have to be that complex, but sometimes you'll say some simple shit, but it's hella impactful and it's very effective because of how you said it, and like and the timing of which you used it. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll say a simple line, but it's like it's in direct response to what your opponent said, and you said it very instantly, and you were like, it's kind of on some, yeah, you said that, but you know what, you still ain't shit type thing, and then you basically shit on whatever the fuck they just did, and B did it in such a simple way, and it's hard hitting and very fucking impactful to the crowd. So shit like that is what I always fucking appreciated, like in terms of like the other spectrum of battle rap, because like not only you, but like Kodiak also, rest in peace, Kodiak, my boy Kodiak. Kodiak was also one of those people who was like he was part of that whole fucking crop of the type of MC that was like, it doesn't matter what you say but how you say it type of thing, you know what I mean? Like he was also a very good performer. Yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, and you can still continue to evolve and like improve upon your craft and bring it into this era in this format. And I remember telling you for the longest time, because like for the longest time you only battled at Tourette's, right?
Yeah.
And like the written format had already started popping off, and I kept telling you, I was like, yo man, when you gonna jump into this format, you know what I mean? Because the grind time shit and the King of the Dot shit, like when that shit started to become a lot more dominant, like that was like the main thing. And like you know, I always figured, you know, someone like you who like did well in Tourette's, like you could find a way to transition into this other format, which you found a way to do. So as you know, as we saw especially with the Owens battle, which again, like the whole fucking segment of like the hallelujah shit, like it wasn't super like you weren't trying to go for like the quadruple ass fucking entendres and shit. You were just doing some shit that was like you were going along with a certain scheme, and you were getting the crowd with you while you were like building up to this fucking big ass fucking hallelujah at the end. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. And shit like that is like I said, very performance heavy, not something that someone you had to rely on a fucking pretentious fucking forced wordplay pen game type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will do that. A lot of people just as long as I fucking do some complex pen game shit, they'll fucking rock with me. But they, like, a lot of people, like, sometimes they do that, but they don't have the fucking performance to fucking be able to convey that correctly or execute it well. Right. So like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like you have a very dope fucking level of that performance element that you bring to your craft. So
I appreciate
and that's
that,
something that's something I appreciate, because like that's something that I continuously work at also, you know what I mean? Because since I'm very fucking all about the fucking craft of the writing, the fucking You know, I'm all about fucking being all technical and shit. I sometimes have to remind myself also like to also incorporate the performance aspect in my shit also to fucking, you know, appeal to the crowd like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
Great way to stay in shape.
Well, we fucking came and saw Conquer tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking from all of us here at Murderverse Radio, I'm Ryan Watkins. Fucking, there's only freedom through discipline. Go out there and fucking call somebody a raggedy bitch throughout this week.
Yep.
And be safe.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We out at this bitch. Peace, bitches.